Hi, welcome to CPAS, CAPS Payroll's production accounting software. In this video, I'll be walking you through creating and relieving purchase orders. The purchase orders landing page lists all POs in the system. This list can be easily sorted by any of the column headers and filtered by any content available. In addition to the comprehensive search engine, this list can also be exported to Excel. Double-clicking a line will open that PO, and clicking New will open a blank PO form. The basic PO information is entered in the header, with asterisks noting required fields. The distribution grid is used to enter the PO's contents, amounts, and accounts to which the costs will be coded. And the action control area provides basic actions like saving and closing, and, once saved, a timeline of the PO's history. Entering the name of the company or vendor will conduct an instant search within the production, and the drop-down reveals a scrollable list as well as the option to create a new record without having to leave the PO itself. This combo box is available in nearly every drop-down throughout CPAS. The department is optional, but can be useful for sorting and filtering on the landing page, and the required description can have up to 50 characters. The required PO reference number is the actual physical PO's number, and the optional work authorization number can be used for the studio's internal tracking. Date indicates the PO document date, while the ledger date is the effective date when considering periods and the cost report. The ledger date can also be used to prohibit the PO from being relieved until a future time. If a credit card vendor is being used, the card number can be selected here. The original and open amounts will be calculated for you by CPAS, but when creating a PO, the total amount must be entered, as well as the currency. Though not required, the purchase and rental checkboxes may be useful when searching for POs on the landing page. The closed box will automatically be checked once the PO lines have been fully relieved. The add-on box will note that someone has altered the PO amounts. See the PO approval video for more information regarding add-ons. The rental's start and end dates can be used as indicators for the rental's time frame without actually locking the PO to a particular date range. Like the header, the distribution grid has a few required fields indicated with a red asterisk. The accounts to which the PO items will be coded, from location through the free fields, will be configured to your production's accounting structure, and so may have a different account segment title like Company or Detail, for example. In this case, there is only one location and one show ID, and therefore they are not required but assumed. However, like the drop-downs up top, if a new location is needed, it can be created right here by clicking on the New button. Searching for the appropriate account can be done by typing the account number, or the account's description if you can't remember the number. Once the search has been narrowed down, using the arrows and the Enter key on your keyboard make for a quick entry. Sets, insurance, and tax credit fields all work the same way as the account column. The amounts listed in the grid must of course match the total amount from up top. Open and over-relieved will automatically be calculated by CPAS as the PO is relieved on transactions. The description is required, and if tabbing through the line, will automatically populate the header description if nothing is manually entered. Like most columns, the description can be resized by dragging the column header borders. These new widths will remain the same, even upon logging out and back into CPAS. The 1099 and the third-party vendor can be entered or searched for using the drop-down. Assets and tax credits can be tracked here or by entering in the free field accounts. And PO lines can be closed here, removing the amount from the open column. At the bottom, a few save options exist, like saving without clearing the screen, saving and clearing the screen to start a new PO, and saving and exiting the PO window entirely. Once saved, a PO can be saved as a PDF or printed, or if a physical PO exists, backups can be attached as a Word, PDF, or any document type. Lastly, a comprehensive timeline can be viewed as the PO gets relieved on transactions. POs can be relieved on AP for the primary vendor, and in petty cash, journal entries, and credit card transactions for the third-party vendor. For AP, once the vendor has been selected, the PO can be found in the PO column by the number or the description. Once selected, the PO Relief Details window appears, listing the available line items at the top. This is where all PO relieving is conducted for this transaction. If the entirety of the PO is being used, simply clicking the Use All checkbox will add the PO's contents to the transaction, as well as close out the PO. However, if a different amount, say a smaller amount, is to be relieved, double-clicking the line reveals all line items, allowing for the amount to be adjusted. The pending and remaining columns will automatically calculate as the amount column is changed to match the invoice. Be aware that over-relieved amounts will not add on to the cost report, but POs created as credits will. Once the amount has been entered, click Add in the middle of the window to add the PO item and amount to the invoice. From the invoice, the account and description can be altered. And if a single PO line item needs to be split for coding to different accounts, going back to the PO Relief window allows for the additional amounts to be added accordingly. The Delete button can be used if too many PO lines have been brought in, but be aware that a line cannot be deleted if the PO has been closed. In this case, the PO can be reopened by going back to the PO Relief and unchecking the Close box before deleting. Back in the PO, the open and over-relieved amounts display, with a transaction history available at the bottom. If you have any questions regarding purchase orders or CPAS in general, the question mark icon displays CPAS support team's number and email, a chat session, and knowledge base for quick answers.